Hey folks, Peter Palmiotti here again with a new video. Already? What? That's crazy. If you like it, please hit that thumbs up below and give it a like. And feel free to share with your friends. This video is all about helping me choose the logo for my webcomic Bright Eyes. And I've come up with 10 different designs. Now, mind you, the the font doesn't matter. It's simply a visual um, design style that I'm looking at right now. And once that's agreed on, um, I'll see what people favor, and I'll do another video, part two, which will be more technically the font styles. So yeah, so you can help me in the process of this. Again, these are just I sat down um, probably like a week ago and sketched these out really quick, and some of them may look boring. Uh, Nothing's too snazzy, um, but I think there's a couple of good ones within it, and yeah, let's go start checking them out. All right, so here's number one, the first one up. It's a sort of a three-dimensional um, approach here. Um, I'm actually thinking a little more of an angle, but you can get the basic decent idea. Um, Now, mind you, I'm thinking all sort of like masked, uh, like, it would be the top portion of the comic cover. Um, so this one would be a little tricky to put the Human Art Studios logo next to and the number of the comic and the price and all that. Uh, but it's not too different from my character retro, which I'll squeeze in so you can take a look at and compare. But I like this one, and if you like this one, then I'm gonna set up a post on Facebook, the link of which will be down below, and take your vote. Uh, it'll be on Facebook where there's those Facebook polls. So go there on the link and choose which one you like best. All right. And here we are at number two. Um, this is the only one that I included another element other than the letters themselves, and I figured it's a little kind of perspective-y letters and with a couple of eyeballs below it. I don't know. If you dig it, let me know. It's okay. It's certainly different than other things I've seen. And we got my like Human Art Studio logo on the left and the number of the issue and price on the right. Um, and it's all squared off. Um, so if you dig that, let me know. Here's number three. Okay, now um, is a sort of Asian American influence on the top letters a little bit. I wasn't necessarily going for that. Um, I was just going for a different font than the one below. And the one below is sort of like rounded off within ovals, and there will be an outline to them. And the ones above are sort of angular-ish. That will have to be really worked out. But if you dig that one, um, let me know. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of straightforward. It will be more flush right, taking up more right space. But I have my Humanot Studios logo and the number of the issue and the price all on the left side. So, uh, being a design fanatic, um, it's it's stuff I think about a lot. Um, I'm no expert, but I love just trying different things. Okay, so here we go at number 4. So the logo and the number and the price will all be on the left. Um, you see a lot of times in movie titles, book covers, where the first and last letters are big. Well, in this case, I just did that with the first word of the title, and the second word fits within um, below it. And yeah, there's something to that one. Um, you know, depending on the font style, it could be really groovy. Um, and mind you that whatever the final design is, that on typical comic book covers and everywhere you see the logo, uh, it's not any it's not only one color. It's uh, a lot of times you see different colors used. So it's got to be flexible. And also I'll point out that the top of the cover will be squared off with a black background for the most part. Although the each letter individually or as a group could be outlined, and that's um, to be worked out even more in the final design. So maybe we'll make this kind of a help me with the logo 3 parts. We'll see. We'll see. But okay, so that one's pretty neat. And we go to number 5. Um, so here we go. Have the name written across horizontally. And what may not be clear to you, but I wanted to do like little chip away at the bottom. It's sort of goes from solid on top to uh, when you get to the very bottom, it'll be mostly chipped away. Um, and that sort of pertains to plot points within the story way in the future. But I'm trying not to give anything away story wise. But there you go. It's the way that's designed. It kind of has a city feel to it, which could work ish within the comic. Um, but like I said, I don't want to give away the story, so I know you're not going, um, not giving you much to go off of. I'm just, when it comes down to it, I'm just looking for a cool logo, something that's pretty, um, you know, but something that I'll stick with. So here we go, number 6. Okay, so I wanted to break up the design a little bit, and we have sort of horizontal rectangles below bright, and with eyes squeezed in the middle of that, and different thicknesses on each of those. And as you see, it's the top of the comic will be a solid rectangle. What we do within it, we could play around. But I'm thinking mostly just a big, thick, bold, black top border. I'm old school and sort of just love that kind of look. So forgive me. All right, so here we go with number 7. Uh, Now, mind you, these are just quick sketches, and this, it should have been BRIG with the HT a little closer, then more separation between T and E, and then I's. That's just a sort of perspective trick. Kind of reminds me of the beginning of Star Wars. Um, and we can make it, a little bit of a thickness, going thin as it goes towards the top. Uh, but yeah, it's just another look, and we're gonna have the logo and price up on the top left and the top right, or just the top left, depending whatever looks best. All right, here's number 8. We're getting towards the end, folks. Um, so here I should have erased that little line. Okay, so what it is the B and E are big, and the rest of the letters are smaller. Um, you know how character names are shortened a lot of the times with just initials? So um, I love the fact, and this is giving a little away. Um, but I love the fact that her character initials, her name initials, are B and E. B. That will play into the story at some point. Um, and if you take off the first two letters of each word, you get right and yes, which that to me is so amazing. I'm sure it will play into the story somehow. Um, but how cool is that, folks? How cool is that? So what we're looking at is um, the essentially the letters floating above. Imagine like a square of cement, and we can have the letters like have a shadow on it. And I was just trying to, very loosely show sort of a square of cement in perspective, and the letters sort of floating above. Uh, just thought that would be neat, and like actually, like to have the shadow or not have the shadow. Anyway, I mean, it could be a simple line of a square below it. Um, I don't know. You could play with that a lot. I mean, it could be different for each issue. You know, I don't want it to be too distracting, but it depends on the rest of the image of the cover. So, you know. And okay, so number 9. Um, uh, this one's kind of the top is like, uh, I don't know, a little bit Swamp Thing ish e. Um, like the bright is melting a little bit, and the eyes are sort of rounded off, more rounded kind of letters, typeface. But that's, I think this is my least favorite. Um, because it should be one or the other, maybe. But if you like that, I mean, feel free to also um, comment. Um, if you could do that in polls, I forget. I believe you. I believe so. Okay. So that's number 9, and here's number 10. And I don't know if this is my most favorite, but it's probably leading the pack. Remember what I said just before about the rest of the letters spelling out right and yes? I kind of like that. Although the E, the big E, looks too graphically like not an E. um, but I was trying to, like have the B and E uh, leaning off in a different direction, kind of in their own parallel uh, position. But I kind of like this. It has to be really worked on, and the typefaces will matter. But then, just have the logo and comic number and price off to the left. Um, and there you go. That's the 10 uh, choices that I've come up with. If you hate all of them, then maybe I'll have an 11th option to go back to the drawing board and come up with new ones. But I think you'll like one or two of those in there. And like I said, next time around I'll do different fonts and see what we can finalize and maybe even do a third or fourth. Depending on uh, how how much I have to you know figure out to do an excellent finished logo. Um, but I appreciate your help. Please go to the link below and vote on the poll. And like I say, yeah, give me your thoughts. And um, maybe in a week, I'll give this a week, and I'll tally the votes and take in all your comments and do another video. So thank you very much for checking out my video and hopefully participating in helping me choose my Bright Eyes logo. Um, Thank you for checking out my channel, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing a bunch of different things besides YouTube videos on a much more regular basis. I'll be blogging, I'll be podcasting, which I've been doing a lot more lately, as well as creating the Bright Eyes comic and a bunch of others projects I have I can't yet talk about. But once again, thank you, and I'll see you later. Okay.